Year 1773. America was still under the rule of the British Empire. A series of intolerable acts were passed. The most atrocious one among those was the tax on tea. Frustrated colonists dumped 342 chests of fine British tea in the Boston harbor to send an important message: no taxation without representation.
Who's that guy in the wig?
I am Thomas Jefferson, boy. Do you have any hyson on you? The young, if you have. But if you have none good, then I suppose the Asian will do.
What is hyson, sir?
Hyson. It's a Chinese green tea I'm awfully fond of. Oh, man, the British, I still have to pay 3 shillings more for a good pound.
I don't have any hyson, sir, but here, have this Japanese green tea from Costco. I'm really surprised they like tea, sir. Most people here prefer coffee.
Okay, and just how much was the tax on this tea?
I don't know, sir. But I remember that you were extremely concerned about taxation without representation.
Absolutely. I mean, that's why I wrote a summary review of the rights of British Americans. Those intolerable acts were a bit heavy.
Which was in response to the Boston Tea Party.
Yes, precise. Wait. Boston Tea. Do you mean the destruction of tea on the Boston Harbor?
Sorry, sir. I forgot that was what you called it back then. We all here call it today, in 2022, the Boston Tea Party.
Well, I assure you, boy, it was no party on that ship. Our men threw the tea overboard, and unfortunately there was quite a bit of hyson there too. Probably why I don't have any young. Anyways, I and Washington agrees that what those men did was a destruction of private property punishable by legal law. Oh, and for once, Hamilton agrees with me.
I remember reading about this in my history book. The British closed the Boston Harbor soon after, didn't they?
Yes, they did close the Boston Harbor, and so I called for prayer and fasting to make the entire of America in unity against the British.
Why did you call for a fast when you believed that this was punishable by law?
Well, of course, lad, it was justified as a political protest.
And justified by whom?
We men with a vague sense of morality justify it.
Morality, the basis of which is the Bible.
Yes, our American core values were founded on the Bible.
Yeah, truth, liberty, equality. The American core values do have their, basis and foundation in the Bible.
Yes, Washington and Hamilton always insisted so. Our fathers fled from Europe to America for freedom from religion. It's that freedom which I pushed for, and I'm more proud of it than I am of my presidency. Please, pray tell, lad, does America still respect this freedom today?
I'm afraid, sir. People are confused and divided now, but I can assure you, God is still in control.
Yes, God is still in control. Just remember, 2 Chronicles 7:14 says, "If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray, and seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then I shall hear from heaven, and I will forgive their sin, and I will heal their land." This verse sparked a flame of revival across America as the British were passing their acts, and people were united as one nation under God. Remember that no matter how divided America may seem, this verse is still true, and it will always be true.
Thank you for the reminder, sir.
Well, I must be going now. Perhaps that congregation yonder will have some hyacinth. This green tea doesn't seem good enough.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, indeed, Mr. Thomas Jefferson.